To join the academy is quick and easy. All you have to do is scroll down, expand the description. You're going to then further scroll down to where you see join the academy, and you want to click that link. That'll direct you to the academy Discord, where it'll ask you to continue here. The app has been launched. It'll launch in the browser. Now, you may already have an account. If you have an account, it'll just direct you straight there. However, if you're new to Discord and you don't have an account as yet, all you have to do is do a quick registry, and then you can easily join the academy and join the family. And if you want to grab a copy of the book, same process. Scroll down, click show more, go to get the book here. That'll take you right to the Amazon website. This is my author page, and from here you can read about me, or you can go straight to the book. All you have to do is click it, take you to the Amazon page. It's an ebook. You can get it right now. What's up, guys? It's Mrjamvad, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. It's been a few days since you've gotten an upload from me, so congratulations. And today we're gonna be featuring a team. He wasn't really passed to me. He just left it in the academy team archives. But this team was given to me by DM Master X. That's at least his Discord name. So if you ever want help from him, advice, just go to the academy, ping him. He's a Uber head. He's the Uber headmaster. Usually there's a team building headmasters and battling headmasters, but I've just combined them into one. But he's a Uber team building headmaster. So if you want to get into Ubers, that's what the academy is for. If you want to get into any tier, just go there, ping a headmaster. We're now growing. We now have several more of them, several tier toppers, as you saw in the beginning of this video. So that's an excellent place to start. If you can't get immediate access to me, you can't afford the book, or you cannot afford a coaching session, or you don't want to do that. So there are plenty of resources. There's no excuse why you can't be good other than yourself. So I'm not gonna go on the team. He gives a pretty detailed explanation of what the team is about. And yeah, so we're gonna hop right into it. He got number 1, as we can see, and I'm like, how can people even doubt? You saw the beginning of the video. How can people even doubt at this point? the true, what am I trying to say? I was trying to, like, the authenticity, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. The realness of the academy. This is the truth, ladies and gents. And what I'm doing right now is, for a lot of my coaching clients, and coaching clients, I think some people may be, when I refer to coaching clients, I mean the ones that I personally coach on Discord in a call to help them get better, and I watch you play live, watch a live performance, That's what I'm referring to. So I think some people might not be, may have missed a video where I've talked about that, so you don't know what I'm referring to when I say that. I'm talking about live coaching as far as Pokemon is concerned. Yeah, I knew this guy was lower. I've decayed quite a bit though. It's based on his team. He has an obstacle. Maybe obstacle is a beast. Yeah, that's about what I expected. But yeah, so that's what I'm referring to when I say that. And I have, so many of them who were coming from 1400, 1500s, who are now, I got a couple PMs last week. Jam, this is the highest I've ever been. Look, we got an academy member right here, the amazing Mo. I know he was saying he was having some success, and he was PMing me about laddering and tilting and all that. But yeah, so I got a couple of them that PM me saying that, they're the highest they've ever been by like 200 points and yada yada yada. So I told some of them to hit me back when they've hit a certain point, so I can feature them on the channel, just to give people context and show just how possible it really is. It's like a testimony. So, and this game, Quagsire, I'm actually leftovers on this one. Usually, your Shed Shell for Goth. But he decided to run lefties. Okay. I'm just gonna leave the team as is. I'm sure he got number 1. He's faced a million Goths, so I'm sure he understands what he's doing and why it's lefties versus Shed Shell and all that stuff. Dracovish, problematic. depending on what's going on. A lot of his team loses to Toxapex, so that's going to be my core member. A lot of his team loses to Toxapex, definitely my core member. Hatterene is my primary sweeper once I start going. I'm gonna figure this team out as I go, because again I'm used to it being, this Hatterene set is really cool, by the way. I'm used to it being unaware Quag, so a lot of things he can switch into, like for example his Zacian is gonna be semi-problematic because of that. But I know here he's gonna go for non-stealth rocks. He actually goes for taunt. He has a Quag. Okay, let's play that game. I don't want him doubling to Dracovish under any circumstances as he doubles to Gothitelle, anticipating something. As I'm gonna Behemoth Blade here. The reason I'm Behemoth Blading instead of hard crunching, one, he's gonna die. Two, I don't want his Quagsire immediately recovering. While I can't touch him, I don't have play rough, so I can't even 2-hit kill him anyway. I don't want that to get comfortable coming in. And then right here, you know, he's gonna go for something along the lines of Scald, Earthquake. The reason I'm semi-wary about the Hatterene situation is because of Ditto, but I think if a T-Tar does a number versus his build, and I think Toxapex played well, is a big deal, as you know he goes to Gothitelle. This is fine by me, as I'll switch out here. He Dynamaxes early, which is phenomenal, as I get to, okay, perfect. So he was trying to aggressively predict my Toxapex. I don't know why he thought Toxapex would be the mon I'd go to. We'll protect here. I didn't know they ran max overgrowth, so he's just offensive goth because he wouldn't have max overgrowth otherwise. And I didn't pay attention to, hold up, am I nuts? I'm just, where did the sand go? Oh, he set up Sandstorm early, right. So now he's choice locked into something where I don't think he's gonna want to give up goth. If push comes to shove, I'll Dynamax and Merc him, but I don't think he's gonna stay in, so I'm not gonna expect him to waste. Right, so he gives me choice card, takes leftovers. That's annoying, but T-Tar doesn't play that big of a role in this game. I'm actually more happy that he did that, because now Pex can likely just beat this 1 versus 1v1, as PokeMD would say. And because my Toxapex is not my Toxapex, because my Quagsire isn't. Let me think. If I no, he's just gonna attack. So I'm gonna go hard. Like I don't. This doesn't even make sense. He's used Max Lightning, so he has that. Like the double doesn't really help. So I'll Baneful Bunker here. If anything, you're just giving me your Goth. So I'll Toxic this, that way I don't have to worry about it with Quagsire. Once this goes away, then I'm Gucci. Yeah, I don't really know why he played it out like this. So now I can Baneful Bunker freely, rack up Toxic. And just position. I'll position Zacian because I don't need it to be at full for any particular reason. I don't want to double the T-Tar because I think he'd go for something that can hit T-Tar. Of course, Pokemon. That matters for this Dracovish a lot. That's really lame. Fuck. We'll see. Because he's making really like unnecessary doubles that don't really move his game plan forward if he has a game plan. So I'm just gonna Behemoth Blade here. The Quag is gonna come in. I just thought that was funny. Unaware of what, I'm not sure what kind of Quag he is. I believe the way Store Powers, if he's not Cursed Quag, then CORVIKNIGHT 1v1s him anyway. I'll go Toxapex here. If he Earthquakes, it won't do too much damage. I don't mind that too much. And again, makes another double switch. Could taunt. I don't think that really matters that much. Not to me. Let's see what he goes for. Yeah, I figured. I figured as much. But because my Zacian is paralyzed, I can't even do too much about this, which is pretty whack. As he snarls. Okay, so that's your set. Because T-Tar 1v1 is my Hatterene set, so I gotta be careful of that. But it's time Stealth Rock, which means it beats my CORVIKNIGHT 2. Well, I'm pressure, so he's already used 2 taunts. Not necessarily. Okay, cool. I'm fine with this. So what I'll do here is double the Toxapex here. It does 2 things for me. One, it's just gonna go to Gothitelle or Quagsire. Yep. I get to Baneful Bunker here. He could choose to keep this as Death Fodder, but the way he's playing, I don't think he will. And I don't really want to switch out. It's a pretty big power on my Zacian. As we're going to remove the Goth. And we're going to reset this sand. I could Energy Ball just for Energy Ball's sake. Actually, I shouldn't have went T-Tar there. Because now it invites Dracovish. It gives Dracovish a free switch. So in hindsight, I should have just went to Zacian to keep Dracovish out. So it'll protect here. I wonder what he'll go for. But yeah. So this was a poor play on my part. Now, mind you, I don't need Tyranitar. But it's just the principle. Because he's Quagsire is always going to come in on my Tyranitar. So I want to be careful of what I Dynamax, right? Because I don't have T-Spikes. Dark MZ. Okay. Just give him that. I just remembered that I was Scarf. I don't think it ended up mattering anyway. 213. That might have been my Scarf speed. I might have been Negative Nature. But yeah, regardless, doesn't really matter. We'll go Toxapex here. We're free to click Toxic here. Zacian is his only switch-in. He could go Zacian if he chooses to, but now I can always go to Quagsire, which is something you don't want. So I can Baneful Bunker here. I knew you're gonna double switch. That's the thing about like whatever. I'm just win the game. Like I don't understand. Like you can't double switch there. I've shown you Baneful Bunker. Rocks are up, and then you go to T-Tar, which is the only thing left that could beat my Toxapex. The game is over. This game is over. Now you can't even beat my Hatterene 1v1 unless you have Rest. And from what I'm seeing, you're a Snarl variant, so like, okay, makes a Dracovish play. Problem with this is I can just go back to Toxapex. Even if your Bandit Fish is Ren, yeah, he could crit Fish. Crit won't kill me from there though, so I recover again, and you can't double around. Maybe it's a matchup thing that he's more concerned about. I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll go hard Quagsire here because the moment I click Earthquake, bodies start to drop, hit the flow, and all I have to do now is recover. The reason I'm recovering is because at this range, I might be in play rough to a KO range. Now I can destroy him with. I'm not sure why he went Ditto. This was a very bad play on his part. Maybe he just wanted to see what set I was. But he's gonna take a ton from this. So like, right, if he did 31%, I'm probably gonna do 40, 27. I'll take that. His only switching into me has to be, I think, Quagsire or Draco. Yeah. And mind you, I know I said, yo, I'm gonna keep my thing healthy for this. Yeah, that was the decision. That was the correct play. If I'm being real. But I think right now it's gonna be pretty hard for him not to get swept. So go Hatterene, and again, this game has been over for quite some time now. But what I'll end up doing is going out to. Now we'll just Mystical Fire spam here. He has to go to Tyranitar, yeah. And either Snarl spam. Snarl spam is fine. Cause I'm thinking I don't need some last ditch. So now I just Storage Power spam. I don't think he can do anything. My special attack is high enough. Storage Power is base 60, so that knocks out Dracovish. And the more you stay in, the more your T-Tar dies. T-Tar can't touch me. I can rest. So he's snarling down, and now I'm expecting him to go to Now, even if he goes to Dracovic, you can't 2KO me, so it doesn't matter. So it goes to Zacian, Excelente, as he's gonna go for Play Rough here as a means of hopes of KOing me. I don't want to go hard to Quagsire, so I'm gonna sack my Zacian here because it's no longer needed. I knew he was gonna Play Rough, but this is why you always want to keep Quagsire at full, because you don't want him to crit you on switch or anything like that. So that was a misplay on my end. While it won't matter, I know it wouldn't be like a game-defining misplay or anything like that. It's just something I kept in mind, as he probably expected me to potentially pivot to CORVIKNIGHT there. So now all I have to do is keep Quagsire at full. Always go Hatterene on his Quagsire. Hatterene beats everything. Hatterene plus Toxapex plus Quagsire beats everything as he goes to Dracovic. And as we already discussed, we always go Toxapex here. Cannot 2KO me. We can Baneful Bunker here. Let's just recover. Unless he's crit fishing. Yeah. So now, unless he double switches back to Dracovic, he has 2 more switch-ins. There's just no double he can make. This game is over. But I think it could have been a tougher game had he played Goth differently. Just the tools, using the tools well. But he's growing, fellow Academy member. So now I can afford to go for Earthquake. Nah, I like to be absolute fool. The reason I'm doing this because it can get dicey with the roll on the switch as he Play Roughs there. Even if he crit me there, it wouldn't have mattered. I think at this point he's more so just like conceding. And then Toxapex just never switches from here. Yeah. Jerk if he's going for Earthquake. Okay. You just go CORVIKNIGHT. That's game. Substitute, and now it's over. Oh, okay. It's interesting. It's funny because even with that, they can't beat me. She's gonna try to go for taunt. Okay, I'll switch out just to like make this game shorter. So now he's gonna snarl, and he shouldn't die to Toxic. Yeah, and this allows me to substitute. Oh, you love this hit. So CORVIKNIGHT, but this is dangerous. I don't know, man. I'm gonna just roll with it, but I don't like leftovers here. But I trust my people. Like, I trust that, okay, well, if he made that call, there was some reasoning to it. So just power trip to knock the Dracovic out, because the rest lose. GG. But I'm gonna assume there's some reasoning to it. I feel like I'd have more room to play around if this was Shed Shell. So that was a pretty solid first game. It kind of demonstrated how to utilize a team like this. A lot of people in those situations, they tend to have the tools to be impenetrable. I think people try to penetrate. Now, don't even. Here come the memes. I think people try to penetrate to the opponent's team, and that's good. But that's not the only way to beat an opponent. There are 2 ways to go about things. My book readers are gonna be like, damn, okay. But bear with me for those who haven't read it. You can be an unstoppable force or an insurmountable wall. Like, as far as they're like, which one's stronger? Immovable wall, unstoppable force, blah, blah, blah. So you can go through things in either that way. So in that situation, I understood, okay, well, if I KO certain Pokemon, if I remove certain tools that he has, then I can act more as an immovable wall. While Hatterene, Quagsire, and CORVIKNIGHT all can sit up and sweep, they also act as walls, and making the correct decisions and using the tools properly allowed me to make it seem like it's just impossible for my opponent to break through. So that's where he starts making them see. You see opponents start making really rash plays, and that's where that usually comes about. So just explaining that. So we got Zard here. It should be, well, he gets Hurricane now. So, but Tyranitar, you should guard decently versus that. Let's go down the line. Pex beats his entire team. I want to be mindful of the Dragapult, but other than that, Pex beats his whole team. Hatterene has the potential to as well. Just depends, if I Dynamax on. Just depends. Barraskewda, unless it Dynamaxes, I'll have his meal ticket. But I think my best sweeper in this one is definitely CORVIKNIGHT. Yeah. Definitely CORVIKNIGHT, and Zacian is uncounterable. This guy must be low. So I'm expecting him to mindlessly lead Darm. He's so weak to Zacian that, like... Okay, he leads Barraskewda. Well, these tend to attack you. I don't want to waste a turn. Yeah, I figured that would happen. He maxed Knuckles though, which I'm fine with. Baneful Bunker. I did expect this sequence to happen like this, but he's just max Geyser. He can't even touch me unless he's Mind Storm, but he's not showing it, which could be the case. That does tend to happen, but if he's just strictly max Geyser, then he just didn't think. Now, as far as just me thinking about the best plays possible, if I allow T-Tar, for example, to go down here, Hatterene is my weakest link. Because if he goes for max Mindstorm, I'm going to faint. Toxic is more important than Hatterene in this game. So, for the sake of the grand scheme of things, he goes for Max Quake. See what I'm talking about? So he had something to hit me. Max Quake, that must be Drill Run. So he had something to hit me, which is what I wanted to be mindful of. And you know, obviously here he's gonna go for. So I'm rain stalling here. It doesn't matter if he goes to Drill Run. He won't. He'll go for Liquidation. But this puts me in a position where he dies the next turn, right? And then we can give up Hatterene as he goes for Liquidation, right? It's just the best play. So that's phenomenal, as I get to go back to Toxapex and reset the situation. I figured he'd go to Darm, lead with Darm, but at this point I'm Baneful Bunker here on the off chance he tries to U-turn, just tries to go for Earthquake. CORVIKNIGHT's pretty obvious, unless I'm wary of the band. I'm not wary of Charizard because he cannot Dynamax. My T-Tar comes in, you know, put him in the dirt, whatever. Like, this is not a relevant Pokemon to me. I go Toxapex here. Flamethrowers crits me. That looks like, because he can't be toxic, that looks like, I don't know how I knew, bros, but I knew he would burn me there. So we'll go Tyranitar here to avoid him potentially having Hurricane, but he's scouting or something, as he crits me again there. So we're facing Scopeland's Charizard, but he seems specs just damage output wise. I'm a Toxapex, you shouldn't be doing that kind of damage to me. Inteleon, I don't know what to expect here. I'm gonna protect. This might learn Swords Dance, quite anxiety, that Snipe Shot. Toxapex has already beaten all the things that I need him to beat. Snipe Shot. Recovery, I don't believe it learns anything relevant. Yeah, he's trying to crit me, so I'll toxic him here. Everybody getting toxic. Oh, you hate to see it. It's over. It's over. He's Earthquake. He's staying in. He doesn't really have room to switch. That's what you want to see right there. That's what you love to see right there. And he's not even heavy duty boost, which I expected because, you know, he's just doing way too much damage. He's definitely Blaze most likely, or he could be Solar Power on the out chance he's trying to Dynamax reset. Our smartest decision is just to sub-lock, because I don't want to be not behind the sub versus whatever he goes into, unless he's Infiltrator Dragapult, in which case he'll go right to it right now. If that's not the case, he'll go to Grimmsnarl, which quad resists Dark, but I'd rather see what his core answer is going to be as he goes Inteleon, trying to deal Snipe Shot stuff, and we'll go back to Pex and Toxic once more. Yeah. Maybe he's Metronome or something. I'm not sure why he keeps just Snipe Shotting. He's like, why is this thing bothering me? Why are you being a bully, Toxapex? Little Baneful Bunker here. He Flare Blitzes, maybe hoping that I wouldn't Baneful Bunker. This thing, Toxapex is just what Toxapex does, but my opponent's problem is not that Toxapex is the problem, he just doesn't know what he's doing. And it happens like in the beginning when you're starting to learn. So my goal when I have my coaching session is to learn you. I teach you the skills on how to get around things, which is why people escalate after I teach them the process. They jump 200 points. So if that's something you're interested in, you know, I showed you the method for that's banded. Holy shit, I'm mostly split F though, so maybe not. That's definitely banded. That's definitely banded. You hate to see it when Jam predicts them like a book. So that should still do good damage. Disable potentially. Phantom Forces. Okay, go back to Tar. So he's Life Orb. Okay, so I expect this sub disable, but it's Life Orb. Because that's how Willow is. I just assumed. Dragon Dart does good damage. Does good damage. Just gonna knock him out with the edge. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you know, I showed you how to go to the Discord group. That's the main way of contacting me. That's where I'm gonna need to have the session and have the call and have everything set up anyway. So if you're not willing to go on Discord, it's just like a Skype. It's just like Skype. If you're not familiar with Discord, just like Skype, it's just a means of communication. But it's a lot more efficient than Skype, and I can manage all my clients under one thing rather than going on Skype. I'm not doing Skype. But yeah, another solid win where Toxapex just did its thing, man. And again, you know, you can win by just removing. You can win by removing all the Pokemon with your threats, or removing all the threats to your Pokemon and just chilling. Okay, so we got a Sock, Baton Pass. Probably he has enough points, so this is definitely Baton Pass. I'm unsure of what style. Like I only faced the full-on Baton Pass. I don't know what he's trying to Baton Pass to. Perhaps what would be the most problematic? If he speed boost passes to, I think this dude is just like a gimmickster. I don't think he has any real method to his madness, to be honest with you, because he's really weak to Zacian. I just lead it and win. Actually, no, I don't have player, so I don't just lead it and win. So we're gonna just go for Ninja speed goes to 460. Forgot Ninja goes that fast, so you can afford to sub here. I'll crunch. He's gonna sub. I just want to use a move that can't be PP stalled or missed. There's nothing he can go to that can take a crunch that I can't destroy. So he's gonna try to get another speed boost. So I'll Behemoth Blade now. So he's gonna go to something that can take a crunch, but it won't take a Behemoth Blade. Well, can't go to Bishar because I beat that. Yeah, it goes to Zacian. What a waste. Unless this is Sunny Day. So I just go to my Quagsire here. Again, unless he's like Sunny Day or something, it's just a waste of a Zacian, if I'm honest. I'll Liquidation. Yeah. On the odd chance he did this, went to Ninjask. So he could attempt to speed boost again. I don't know why. I'll Liquidation hard instead of cursing. It's definitely gonna protect here. Yeah, I'll recover here. Because they only play two plays where you're either Liquidation or Recover. If he subbed again, I just Earthquake on the next turn, because he'd likely go to Baton Pass behind the sub to Eternatus. And that's the most problematic Pokemon. All the other physical attackers lose. So I'm not sure. Maybe he's just new to this. I don't know how he got 1451. Because I'm surrounded. That's not much lower than where I am. Now, mind you, I play once a week, but you know, you'd expect this type of stuff to be relegated more to, you know, the 1200. But Efio made a good point. That's one of my RU team building headmasters. He said, you know, generally on the ladders, especially ladders that maybe not have the highest player base, within the top 20 you'll find the majority of the competent, and then within everything below that is kind of hit or miss. You'll run into a one-off dude that maybe plays every now and again, but he's really good. And then you have the dedicated ladderers, which are who you will see on the top of the ladders generally. Not necessarily the best players, but the most consistent players, the best. I want to be careful about using that word. The most consistent, the best players that are consistent. as far as consistent in their playing. They play a lot. Okay, I was gonna do test right there. But yeah, you know, if you want to use your baton pass method, I don't have any personal, you know, I don't really care. Hold up, Eloquent Bard. But yeah, it's gonna be ranging around 30 minutes. I'll likely grab one more game after this. I don't feel like this is a great game to leave it off of. One thing in Uber though, you do tend to find a solid battle, unless you're just like you're so well versed with the tier that I'll probably beat most opponents, but and then I'll run into some dons every now and again that will give me trouble because they're good as well. And I really enjoy those kind of games. That's where Uber, the brand Uber Sundays, got its real hype, because you'd face like Uber dons, and because it's such a niche tier. Yeah, the Eternatus, there it is. Again, not too concerned about that. How I'm going to deal with it is going to be interesting, because I like Quagsire here, but because it runs recover, I want to be careful around this thing. Dynamax kind of use Life Orb, which is good for me. As I'll fire off a Stone Edge here. As he goes hard, though, I'm surprised by that. As I missed, that was a pretty big miss, but we can get over it. We can get around it. It's interesting. If I go to Zacian, you lose the Pokemon. Hatterene, Dynamax. If he's Stone Edge, so be it. I do think he might Stealth Rock, yeah. Hatterene's max defense, max 8, so he would have eaten the Stone Edge. I'm not very invested. I have no investment, rather. So I probably wouldn't have even done half. The point is, yeah, let's position Zacian. Let's position Zacian for a KO right here. Unless he's gonna Sack Ninjask, in which case I could have Calm Minded. Calm Minding helps me a lot versus. Okay, so there goes this. Okay, excellent. So he's definitely not gonna take this, even if he Dynamaxes. I'm still gonna put him in the dirt. That's quad, and I'm boosted. I don't give a fuck about what you got going on, cousin. I'm putting you in the dirt, my homie, brother, brethren, in the dirt, cousin. So, oh yeah, also I forgot. Go get your Academy gear right now, my brethren. We got the t-shirts. I forgot that this was a way to do it. So if you know our house tour is going on and it's booming, it's banging right now. Initially the attack house was dominating, but they're having some problems this week, man. The normal house is running up on them, and normal house won their week. So normal house, we'll see as it ends. And again, I'm setting up systems. I'm not overwhelming myself. Usually I'd do all that, but we got the hoodies that are sick. I actually had somebody, I'm not gonna say who, but they messaged me yesterday saying that their stuff, and they showed me a picture. They already got theirs, so, and it's only been out for a week, so people are already copping theirs. Don't miss out. And I might have a special surprise coming for y'all soon. So, but I'll wait. Only available till February 4th. All right, so opponent forfeited. Well, he lost. So let's grab our last game, and then your boy is gonna go eat and then get to work. I have a lot of work to do today and tomorrow. Let's do the work, man. Life is so much better when you accomplish things, and accomplish things that you want to accomplish, which is even better. Maybe it's just me, but it's just not fun just laying around. Unless I've earned it. So your boy's always on the grind. So in this case, we're looking at a more real team. Wouldn't be surprised if he has more points than me. If he's in the higher part of the ladder. T-Tar is leftovers. T-Tar, I'll keep it in the back for this in particular. I want to be mindful of the Dog Trio, but he's gonna hate my Toxapex, maybe, because he has Eternatus. So maybe Hatterene can do its thing, but it's gonna be tough because he has T-Tar and he has 2 strong steel types. So Quagsire is my main guy. Quagsire beats all of them. Quagsire beats every Pokemon except Eternatus. So my biggest goal is to kill that. Zacian is pretty hard to switch into, but he has a Dugtrio, and it could be Scarfed. So I definitely want to get a Hazard up pronto. That way the Dugtrio can't come in willy-nilly. T-Tar is going to be around for that. And Corviknight is actually pretty problematic as well. So Corviknight or Quagsire are going to be my main ones. Hatterene can do something if everything on his team dies. But all that being said, I'm expecting a Drillster lead, as I'm going to gear this more towards Quagsire and Corviknight. So it's a relatively free liquidate. No, I'm gonna actually Earthquake here, primarily because one, I don't. If you think about like the potential situations there, right? He could either, so he could be Shed Shell here. It's hard to say. Took nothing from that. He's HP invested. I don't need Hatterene. If he's banded, so be it. Let's see. Max Darkness. Okay. Surprised he did that. Because I was gonna go to Zacian there, so that would be a waste of a T-Tar. What do I wanna do here? I can see him going for the rock move. Again, I don't need this, so Push Comes Trial Rest in case he goes through the ground move, predicting my Zacian. I don't think that'll kill me. Okay, kill the hell out of me. So he has Fire move and he has Max Darkness, so he could be specially based. Maybe that's why that knocked me out there. So now he loses a mod potentially. Corviknight's coming out. I wish I had something to hit this. I knew it was coming. I figured it was Rocky Helmet, which is why I didn't Liquidation. Because then Liquidation, the Rocky Helmet versus Corviknight would make the difference between a potential 2-hit KO from Play Rough. So if he U-turns out here, he's definitely a Dougie that. Okay. Alright, so no bueno. No bueno. I mean, he wasted his Dynamax, so I still have my Dynamax in hand with potential Quagsire, which is likely what I'm going to use it for. Quagsire or Corviknight. Maybe Corviknight, because I know he's going to U-turn here. I don't want Corviknight in. Just versus what he has, I'd rather have Excadrill or Quagsire in. The way he's playing, I might be able to mess him up early, because I think he's going to try to Dugtrio me here. And it's important for me to get that damage off on Dugtrio. I'm going to Baneful Bunker first. I don't know. I don't die to any one hit. So it goes to Drill, meaning he's committing to getting rocks up. I'll go Corviknight here. So Earthquake's hard. Pretty sure this is... He's definitely special T-Tar. Just doesn't make sense the way he's playing. Yeah, I need to force this Drill out. If I go Quagsire here, we're staring down. I'll substitute here as he goes to Corviknight. This is excellent because I get to bulk up here and force in Eternatus to take a power trip. You know, it's not going to be doing any kind of that. Oh, he's Iron Defensing. I don't know why he's doing that when you won't get 1v1. Body Press isn't going to win you this. Yeah, I don't agree with his plays. He's about to get swept. It's about to get ran upon. Well then. Because I'm gonna Dynamax on his Eternatus. I'm not playing with that shit. I want it gone so that my Quagsire can do its thing. So he stays in to U-turn. Okay, U-turn makes sense. But he's allowed me to get too strong. So if he goes Eternatus, there it is. We're gonna Power Trip first so we can utilize the most out of the Dynamax turns. So we're gonna Power Trip first. And maybe this even kills him. Nah, it didn't come close. And now we'll Dynamax and Max Darkness. Oh, you expected me to switch. You hate to see it, bros. You hate to see it. This man staring down a whole Corviknight, bro. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. What could he go for? You're gonna get blown away. What are you doing, cousin? You're gonna get blown away, cousin. Oh, the technology. That doesn't even matter. What is he doing? That doesn't even matter. He doesn't have any special attackers. And now I substitute and do it all again. I don't know why. Because he's back in the same situation that he was in when he switched. And he's mirror armor, so he can't even pressure stall. I can pressure stall him, but he can't pressure stall me. He only has 5 body presses left. You hate to see it. And I'm fat. Yeah, this game's over. But Corviknight is dangerous, man. Corviknight is legit. I have a Corviknight podcast. I got Corviknight Team Builder coming up. All those things. You know, that podcast that I did with Joey, because I know y'all are fiending for the On the Contrary. Got plenty more coming out soon. You know, I've been failing myself. Like, I feel like I have not been living up to what my vision is, and I think it's just because, one, it's putting way too much pressure on myself at one time to do everything and all the other things I have going on in life, and yada yada yada. See how much this does. 43. That's good damage. Good damage. Iron defense. Let's see how much. Cause I gotta be careful of my PP. Mind you, body press is the only thing he has, so not too concerned about that. We're gonna power trip here. It's doing 31. Because this is important, because he has iron defense, which he has 20 PP for, body press, which he has 3 for, and roost, which he has 13 for. That's 33. I want to make sure that if I'm going to do the last mine kind of thing, if I'm going to do the stalling thing right now, so if I bulk up all the way, he has the iron defense all the way. By the time he gets to his last iron defense, I'll be out of bulk ups. I have 9 power trips left. Yeah, just forfeit, dude. Stop this. But yeah, that's gonna be our live for today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. I definitely had a blast. It's good coming back. It's good to be a king. King of my own kingdom, of course. And you too can be the king of your kingdom if you buy the 70-day, like, you know, one of those at the end of the thing. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this felt good, man. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback from you guys. And also, if you guys did purchase the book, I'd like for you guys to please leave a review, an honest review, of what you thought of it, and, you know, things that may have helped you, things that could have been improved on, and leave a rating and all those things. It really helps me out, and it helps other people have confidence in the product, because maybe they're like, well, nobody left a review, which is odd, because on my last book a ton of people left reviews. It was like 4-star on average, and that wasn't even that great a book in my opinion. But he got a 4-star on average, 3.5 to 4. So I really want to get your feedback on this. There are quite a few of you guys who purchased it, so I get feedback from you guys as you DM me, but I'd like for other people to be able to see that as well, so that they can take that first step and start their journey, because there are a lot of people who might want to start, but they're like, oh, I don't have the time. Or once you're around other people, which is what the academy is about, that are also trying to do their best, you know, come on, have an hour chat, grab some laddering session. It's always better. It's always more fun in a group. Also, my last thing, if you haven't checked out my Q&A video where I talked about everything, like, if you really want to get to know my mindset, not just regards to Pokemon and life, everything, a lot of you guys answered a lot of the questions, and I have a lot of people. That video is almost 2 hours long, and I had a lot of people finish it because it was that engaging. Very nice ambiance, very nice thing to have in the background. So if that's something that interests you, definitely go check that out. Hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for everything, and it's gonna be an amazing year for the academy. Peace.